So, voiceover Momo here. Hello, thank you for watching my video if you're still here. Thank you for watching that little unboxing. Now I'm going to show you myself doing my nails. You can see that I'm clipping off the length of my nails, or at least most of it, which for someone who keeps their nails long and does overlays feels so wrong. But aiusa reached out to ask if I'd like to try their nail extension system, and you know what? I thought it would be a good opportunity to give it a shot. I also have someone in my life, my brother's girlfriend, who has short nails and was interested in having me try the Gel X method on her. So I thought that I would try it on myself a few times. This is the first time. I have since tried it again. So yeah, I thought this would be a good opportunity to try it out. You'll see here that I'm sizing my nails, and I will say this is definitely, I'd say like right in the middle in terms of flat versus a C curve. It's, I would say, more on the flat side, this set of nail tips. They're nice. They're double etched, so they're etched on both sides. Of course, I still filed them. I don't know why. I just feel like it always works a little bit better if you just rough up the surface, even if they're etched. I've done that for press-ons as well. But anyway, yeah, so I went ahead and filed off most, but not all, of the builder gel that I had on my nails. I didn't see a reason to go down to the natural nail. I left just the very thinnest layer of builder on, and I went ahead and did cuticle prep just as I usually would, and dehydrated the nail, added primer, let it dry, and now I'm going in with a thin layer of gel on the nail and then applying a thin layer of gel onto the tip and putting a little dollop. I'm going to show you myself, or I'm going to leave some audio in of me in the moment, so you can see how this worked out for me. You can hear from me myself at the time I was doing this. Definitely there's a learning curve with this. It wasn't terrible, but I'm not very good at it yet. So you'll see I'm going ahead and placing the nail tip on and trying to get it centered and just pushing it down lightly before going in for a flash cure. And I should say, in case it's not obvious, this is my first time doing this. It's not really a tutorial. I didn't absolutely kill it at this. So yeah, you just get to see me try. But going in for a flash cure and then a full cure.
Chaos. I don't know how I managed to get something on here. Obviously, there's a bunch of spillage over there. You know, this looks straight enough to me, but like when you look at it on here, it's not straight, which I guess isn't totally a problem, but everything about that felt chaotic. But I mean, it is stuck to my nail, so I don't know. Interesting. I think this time I will try to just apply the glue to the tip. Put the primer on. You know, it's kind of a shame. I have watched videos about this in the past, but I, for whatever reason, chose not to watch anything before doing this, so certainly that's my mistake. And you know what? I'm not going to stop now. Painting here. And then a dollop, maybe a little less than I did. Well, definitely less than I did last time, especially since this isn't as large a nail, but I do want to make sure it covers since I have like a little bit of extra nail. Okay, now we turn on this guy. Maybe this wasn't enough. I don't think that was enough. Okay, well, we're learning. It's kind of a fail. Okay, so I think I can just turn this off and then do the rest of them.
Okay, so back to voiceover Momo here. As you will have heard, I was very sick. Honestly, I was like sick for most of December. I had a really bad cold, but please excuse my condition. Obviously, you heard that I had kind of a tough time with this. They were both much easier and faster than doing an overlay and shaping and, building a nail potentially with a form. But there certainly is a learning curve. So, figuring out how much to put, how much of the nail gel glue to put on the tip was difficult. Just learning curve. Also finding the right size. I realized that this nail here, my ring finger, does have more of a natural C curve. So I had to go up a size and it just ended up being a little too big. So stuff that needs to be figured out. But yeah, I thought these were nice to work with. They are a little longer, I think, than I would usually have my nails. So I did I wore these for a little bit, but as you saw with the pink, or with the pointer finger, I didn't use enough glue, and I continued to do that. So I did have a little bubble in a couple of the nails toward the end where I hadn't used enough glue, so it didn't go all the way down to the tip of my free edge. And I think partly that could have been because I did leave some of my natural nail on, which is because, I'm a long natural nail girly. I wanted my nails to grow back out sooner than if I were to, clip them all the way to right up against my hyponychium, which is the little bit of skin that attaches to the nail underneath the nail. So, so I ended up leaving a little bit of space, and I think that may have messed just a little bit with the way I laid these down. But either way, I was happy to try these out. Aiusa asked if I'd like to, and it was a good experience, I would say. You're not going to see me use their polishes that they sent over, but those are really nice as well. A little bit of a packaging issue, which certainly happens. Really, it's just a good reminder to, even when you're not necessarily painting with your gel polishes, to wear gloves, because sometimes it's that little bit of exposure that you constantly get if you have like a sticky handle because you're using gloves and then you get a little gel polish on your glove and then you pick up your gel polish bottle. So, best to always be wearing gloves, even when it's just doing a little bit of an unboxing. But yes, I've finished up with the filing there. I'm not going to comment too much on it because, as I've said about a million times, I'm not a pro at this by any means. This was, just a first attempt. So I did some filing just to kind of smooth them out, mostly at the cuticle. But anyway, here we're going in with the Madam Glam gel polishes that were sent over. Thank you so much to Madam Glam. If you want, I have a code with them. It's 35% off, and the code is MOMO35 if you're interested. They also have like a monthly program as well, where you're kind of charged a monthly fee, and all of that becomes credit at their store, and you can like accrue it or skip a month or that sort of thing. Anyway, so I'm using the brown color to create kind of a little bit of an aura. And I will say it was messier than I'm used to, partly because I was using my non-dominant hand, but also I think because I'm not used to cleaning up the spillage from the Gel-X method. And I think it left my cuticles a little uneven, which attracts just gel spillage as well. Once you've got a little bit of gel on your cuticles or that sort of thing, it's like gel is attracted to gel and it wants to spill. So I needed to do a little bit of cleanup. But anyway, I repeated that aura using the brown polish that they sent over, which I believe is called Barista. Cured that, and then I'm going in with this beautiful little tortoiseshell polish. It is a top coat, so I suppose that means it dries without a sticky layer, and it can be used in place of top coat, which is cool. I'd be curious to see what others come up with to use this polish for, but usually I would have used the brown and the black polish that they sent over to create a tortoiseshell look with some jelly amber like this, like the base of this shade or of this polish. But because they sent over this polish that's already kind of has the tortoiseshell vibe, I decided to just use the black and brown to create a little bit of an aura, which I think is a really fun way to add a little bit of dimension to any nail, really. Maybe not any nail. I'll take that back. I'm sure there are examples of times where it doesn't look good, but I think that creating that little bit of depth can really add some interest and some dimension to nail looks. So if you're comfortable, whether it's using an airbrush or a little sponge like I'm doing, I think it can be really nice to add a little aura. And actually, when I was done with this, I showed my boyfriend and he was like, wow, it looks very Halloween. So I decided to add some white stars onto it just because maybe it runs a little vampy and I wasn't trying to go super vampy. So just a fun winter look. Tortoiseshell is always so good for fall and winter, in my opinion. So we're going to skip to the final result, which is some white stickers over top of this with a top coat, a clear top coat on top. This is how they turned out. If you're still here, thank you so much for continuing to watch this video. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, that's always very helpful. If not, no worries. And I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a great day. Bye.